Josh Altmann does it again for the Dogs and a walk-off grand slam in Sioux Falls. Welcome to the American Association Whiparound on this Thursday. Quite the Wednesday night slate of action we got to recap for you, and we've got some news later on as well, so stay tuned for that. But let's start with a couple of day games we had yesterday. First in Milwaukee, a great crowd for Kids Day, but it was Cleburne getting started early. This is Brian Klein with an RBI single in the top of the first. Bottom of the first now, and how about this play from Alex Jackson? Off the glove of Riley Smith, the stop, spin, and throw in time. What a play. Smith was great on the mound as well. 6 2/3, just 7 hits, 1 earned run, and 7 strikeouts as well. And Jackson can do it with the bat as well. RBI single here in the 6th as Cleburne goes on to win 3-1, handing the Milkmen their first loss of the season. To Kane County now, Battle of Illinois, and it was a good one once again between these teams. Nick Heath with an RBI double here to put the Dogs up 2-0 in the top of the third. They would go on to lead 3-0 before Kane County ties it up here in the 7th. This is TJ Bennett with a 2-run double all the way to the wall deep in center field, tying the game at 4 in the 7th. This game would require extra innings, and who else but Josh Altmann once again. This one's driven deep to left, and there's some confusion here as it hits off the top of the wall as to whether it was fair, foul, in the stadium, out of the stadium, but it was ruled a home run. Altmann does it again, and the Dogs win 6-4. To Gary now, where the Monarchs looking to build some momentum, but they would find none of it today. Francisco Del Valle goes deep way out to right to give Gary a 4-0 advantage early on. Fast forward to the 6th, LG Castillo blasts one out to left all the way to the wall, a 2-run double. Del Valle and Castillo combined for 9 of Gary's 13 RBIs as the Railcats go on to win 13-1. To Sioux City now, and a bit of a coming out party for the Dock Hounds offense. This is Pat DeMarco with a 2-run shot off the scoreboard out in left to put Lake Country up 5-0, now 6-0, and now more. Thomas Jones with a 2-run shot out to left center, and the Dock Hounds go on to win 14-6, handing Sioux City their first loss of the season. To Fargo now, and a tight one between the Gold Eyes and Red Hawks as Correll Prime gets things started with a blast way out to left field, putting the Red Hawks up 3-0. They would go up 5-0 before a Gold Eyes comeback attempt. This is Hideko Gonzalez with a 2-run shot in the 7th, making it 5-2. Now Max Murphy, number 1 player on our preseason poll, brings it within a 2-run deficit with his RBI single. It would be 5-4 in the 9th, but Reed Berlingmeyer would shut it down, and the Gold Eyes comeback attempt comes up just short. Fargo wins 5-4. To Sioux Falls now to wrap it up. What a game this was. How about Marshall Rich ripping one to the right field corner? 1-run scores, 2-run scores. All 3 runners score a bases-clearing triple to put Sioux Falls up 4-0 early on. Lincoln would storm back, though, tying the game at 4, and now taking the lead on this Nate Sampson home run, the first home run of the season for the Salt Dogs. 6-4 they lead. They'd go up 8-4 before the bottom of the 9th when it was a Canaries rally. Wellington Dotel with an RBI double here to make it 8-5. Next up, Mike Hart, a 2-run single with still just 1 out to center, bringing the team within 1. And now this, Jordan Barth blasting one way out to left. He knew it right away off the bat. A walk-off grand slam, and Sioux Falls is going crazy. The Canaries steal one from the Salt Dogs and take it by a final of 11-8. So here's your scores once again from Wednesday night. Again, Milwaukee and Sioux City lose for the first time this season. Heartbreaking losses as well for Kane County and Lincoln, while Gary and Lake Country put up big run totals en route to their victories. And we're just a week into the season, but it's never too early to look at standings. First in the West, Sioux City is still on top despite the loss. Fargo just behind them, and Kansas City and Lincoln off to 1-4 starts down at the bottom. In the East, it's Milwaukee and Cleburne on top. Huge 6-game set going on between those teams in Milwaukee early on in this season. Pretty tightly packed underneath them as well. Chicago and Gary right behind them at 3-2, and both Kane County and Lake Country not too far behind as well. Coming up tonight, we've got a 5-game slate. One game already going on between Kansas City and Gary, but otherwise the night slate begins at 6:30 in Kane County once again, with the other 3 games to follow shortly after as well. We've also got some news today as the league announced that the 2023 All-Star Game will be hosted right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The Milwaukee Milkmen have been chosen as the 2023 hosts for the All-Star Game, which includes the Home Run Derby as well as the game itself on July 18th at 6:35, and many other activities around the Ballpark Commons campus at Franklin Field as well. You can check out MilwaukeeMilkmen.com/All-Star Game for more information. And you can watch all the games tonight at aabaseball.tv or get your tickets at aabaseball.com. I'm Matt Yeazel for the American Association, where we play to win.